Thanks for listening to the Good Enough Wellness Podcast.
I'm Kayla.
And I'm Emily.
And we're passionate about holistic wellness that real people with real lives can achieve.
We see you out there striving for perfection, but we want you to know that good enough can be good enough.
Before we get started, everything we talk about in this show is intended for educational and entertainment purposes only. Always talk to your healthcare provider before making any changes to your diet, lifestyle, medication, or supplements. Welcome to our new segment. It's called Let Us De-Influence You, and in this segment, we are going to talk about something that is very popular in the wellness space that we think can be a useful tool for sure. We're not against these necessarily.
We may even have them.
Yes, or utilize them, but if you're in a place where you are struggling to get back to the basics, or you just have lost your way and you don't know what you're doing anymore, let us help you strip some of the unnecessary stuff away so you can focus on what really truly matters.
So today we're going to talk about protein powders.
It's a hot button issue, but we think it's worth talking about because we don't want you to waste your money on something that could be easily achieved without spending that money.
Exactly. So starting off strong, there are lots of other ways to get protein. There's lots of protein in food, just
Amazing.
the groceries you buy.
Yes.
And when you eat protein in food, there's many more nutrients than just a protein powder.
Yes. So I think that's so key. Like if you think about a steak, you're not just getting the protein, but you're getting iron and lots of other vitamins and minerals.
Yeah.
And, you might not, some protein powders might try to add those in, but are you really going to digest them? Which leads me right into the next point, which is whole food protein is easier to digest, and therefore it's easier on the body, and it gives you more bang for your buck. So if you spend the same amount of money on meat, you're going to digest more of it, and so it's going to be more useful. It's going to be easier on your body. You probably aren't going to get the protein powder farts, and you'll spend the same amount of money, but you'll get more results out of it.
Yeah, speaking of which, the protein found in food is going to be cheaper. Powders means you're paying for convenience.
Absolutely. And it denatures it. So, it does change the composition of it, and it requires more work. And so they have to get paid for that work somehow.
Yeah, exactly. And also, we're usually lying when we say it tastes good.
I am so picky. I will not recommend a protein powder because I don't like any of them. I really, truly don't.
I feel like I have this scale of adjustment in my mind when I like.
Oh yeah, I'm like, oh, this is a protein powder, and so I'm
if
just
it's
prepared.
not if it's not disgusting, I'm like, yeah, it tastes pretty good, even though it doesn't actually taste good.
Nope. I've yet to find one that tastes. I mean, my favorite is a steak.
I love it.
So let's just run through this list of protein hacks that aren't powder. If you don't want to buy another powder, or if you are sick of your powder and you're just like, forget it, I'm going to just go whole food protein, here's a list.
Yeah, we use a lot of cottage cheese in our house.
Mm-hmm.
You can add it to smoothies. It tastes like a cheesecake. And that's not a lie. That's not me saying it tastes so good. No, it actually does give it a cheesecake flair.
You can do a couple different things. You can either make cottage cheese savory or you can make it sweet. I prefer it sweet. Some people prefer it savory.
Yeah, my oldest likes to just slice bananas and put honey on it. Sometimes I'll do salsa with it and chips and dip situation.
Yep. You can make it into a dip pretty easily if you just blend it.
Yeah, but you could blend it up if the texture is going to bug you. We put it in our spaghetti a lot.
Oh, interesting.
I'm not it tastes like cottage cheese and spaghetti. So if you don't like cottage cheese, you probably won't like it. But we like cottage cheese, so it's a good fit.
You can add it to pancakes or other baked goods. I know cottage cheese had its day, so I'm sure you're aware of all the things
honestly
people could do with cottage cheese.
I think it deserved it.
It did.
I'm an OG cottage cheese lover.
Yeah.
But also there's Greek yogurt. Again, that had its heyday too. I don't think that needs expounded upon really. Even a cup of milk, 8 grams of protein. Which honestly, not too shabby. And also we don't have to go through how much we love milk, right?
Go back and listen to our dairy series if you want to hear us sing the praises of milk.
Milk is the original superfood.
I love milk.
Stand by it. Also, a can of tuna has like 30 grams of protein.
Yeah.
Like it's dense.
Yep.
If you're looking for something a little more convenient, again, you will pay for convenience, but I am a believer in purse beef sticks.
Yes, purse meat is. I've heard people call it purse meat.
I don't know if I can do that, but I do always have a beef stick in my purse. I think those are run right around 8 grams or so. Mm-hmm. And the nice thing is, they also have a little bit of like fat with them. So like if you're looking at something to like sustain you for, the next 2 hours so you can get home, like that's actually a really good choice. Don't be afraid of the fat. And then you also added meat stocks to our list, which I think is such a good one. The collagen, the gelatin.
You might hear it called bone broth.
Yeah.
Bone broth is like a fancy new word for stock. And I don't know why, like in my brain, like recently, I'm like, nope, it's not bone broth anymore. It's stock. But that's what I meant. Like it's bone broth.
Yeah. And the best thing about that is it's often stuff we just throw away.
Yeah.
Yep. So, you need to save a few bucks. Make sure you're saving all your scraps. Sometimes I'm putting them in a pot with water right away. Sometimes I have a whole stash of bones and cartilage and I'll like, oh, good. The weather's cooler this week and it's just like bone broth season, meat stock season.
And you can drink it straight. Some people do. You can add it to a soup, like just as broth. I like to cook my rice in it because now my rice has a little hit of protein and it makes the rice taste amazing.
Agreed. Yes, I agree with that. So hopefully that helped de-influence you a little bit about protein powders. If you use a protein powder, that's cool. We can still be friends. Yeah. I have like 3 different ones in my pantry because they all taste bad, so I just rotate through them. But, sometimes I pick it up at the Ben Dent and I just can't help myself because I'm like, look at all the protein. And then it's like, this is nasty.
Yep. Like, oh, there's a reason no one wanted to buy this.
Yeah. And like there are seasons where, so one time my husband completely smashed his mouth working on a car. That's a story for a different day. It is traumatic. I still think about it every Easter. Guess what? He had a lot of protein powders.
Yeah.
And that's a great use for them.
Yes, absolutely. So in this episode, we're going to talk about back to basics, kind of like back to school. And so we're just going to talk about some things. What are the basics that someone who is new to health or is burnt out on things? That's me. I've been burnt out on a lot of health things. What are the things that we need to focus on? And so we broke this into like 2 different segments. And the first one is like questions to ask yourself to kind of figure out what you can strip away and what you need to leave in.
Yeah, consider this like your self-questionnaire to like help you prioritize what you're doing.
Absolutely. So the first question to ask yourself is, what is actually necessary for my health? And I think the emphasis is on my health. Are you fatigued? Are you pooping your brains out? Are you snapping at your kids? Like what's necessary for you might not be what's necessary for someone else.
And then the next question would be, is this a big picture thing? Health is not just diet and supplements. Sometimes the answer lies in getting a relationship right, or learning to let the stress go, or turning off your phone and social media, or not counting macros and calories, or adding electrolyte powders. There's so many things to look at when it comes to big picture thinking.
Yes. And the next question is, it's not about how you can health harder, but how you can health easier.
This is my favorite one.
What comes easiest to you? This is going to be an individualized answer. Mm-hmm. Like what comes easy to me might not come easy to Emily, might not come easy to you. You have to get real with yourself and say like, what is going to be easiest for me? It reminds me of like the debt snowball where you don't tackle your biggest debt, you tackle your smallest one, because once you get that one gone, then you can increase the next one, Yep. It's kind of the same way with this.
# Dave Ramsey. We're just going to like make ourselves relevant in all the circles.
Yeah.
Don't listen to us for financial advice.
Please don't.
Except for the de-influencing part that we believe in.
Yes.
Speaking of de-influencing, actually, it's the next question is, are you just being influenced or does this seem practical? Is this something someone with no internet access would be doing? Would they have ever thought of this in their entire lives? Would someone without access to ordering online be able to achieve this? Would your great-grandmother think that makes sense?
Oof.
Yeah. Yep. Agreed.
So then next we're going to just talk about some ideas. So like these are just, for me, it was like I was thinking about how we can health easier and not harder when I was coming up with these ideas. But
and this is like a menu. This isn't for you to like, I got to hit all these. It's like pick one, pick two, maybe three that you can focus on. When we started saying like, hey, we want to get morning sunlight, it was because we had this big picture of what circadian rhythm looked like, but we started with the one thing of, hey, we're gonna do this for a couple months and see where this gets us.
Right.
We didn't say like, oh, we gotta switch all our lights and like only use fire, like all of these things like all at once.
Throw away all of our lamps.
Yeah, it's like just start slow, pick, and you know what? Find the easiest ones and do those.
Yes. For me, it's morning sunlight. I don't need any extra equipment.
Yes.
I literally just need to go outside.
We are big fans of low barrier to entry.
Yes.
So let's go.
I know like some people, like when you're burnt out or you're new, it's like very overwhelming. So we just wanted to give like a quick list of ideas because it can be overwhelming to think about all this on your own. I get that.
Yeah, for sure. So let's go down through this list and we'll just kind of maybe discuss it a little bit and see if these are things that you can like, maybe you're already doing some of these. Maybe you need a checklist of like, hey, I already do that. Maybe I'm closer than I think I am.
Yeah, for real.
So at the top of our list is cooking nutrient-dense food. That's a great place to start.
Yeah.
But understandably, if you are, working 50 hours a week and you're burnt out, maybe that's not where you start and that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. There's nothing wrong with outsourcing nutrient-dense meals.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing wrong with it. Or meal prepping or like whatever it takes. Like I am a huge believer in nutrient-dense foods. But like I said, sometimes like that's not the deal breaker. Sometimes it's getting the relationship right. It's, getting some morning sunlight. Like those things make a huge difference too.
Yes, for sure. Taking a walk is a really easy way to start. And I'm going to specifically say like 5 to 10 minute brisk walk after your meals, that could change your life.
Yes, absolutely.
That's huge in like blood sugar balance, and that's huge for every reason ever. Mm-hmm. I saw somebody who was advocating for that, specifically tied to, it was either like Alzheimer's or dementia, how like it's closely related. Yeah. So like it really does. It's long-term health. It's short-term health. It's like whether you're going to have brain fog that afternoon or not. So I would strongly advocate for the 10-minute walk after you eat.
Encourages digestion too.
Yeah, for sure. Picking up spring water, I think that's a fairly low barrier to entry. Water is free. Spring water is. So you just need a way to transport it and a good plan of how you're going to go get it.
Yeah. And even if it's like you're only drinking it and not using it for like all your cooking and stuff, it still makes a difference.
Yeah.
It really does.
Right now, that's mostly what we're doing because we have to drive, 35 minutes to get it. So like I can't always have it for all the bone broth and all the pasta water or whatever. So yeah, we're just drinking it, and that's made a huge difference.
Another free thing you can do that makes a huge difference is just laying in the sun, soaking up some of those rays. Bonus points if you can get bare skin on the ground, because then that grounds frequency of the everything. Like I could be a huge nerd about this, but just know that grounding and sunlight are very healing for your body.
They are legit. No woo-woo involved.
Brings you back into alignment with everything.
Yeah, I don't like this next one.
Me neither. I don't do this next one.
Shutting off your phone at 8 p.m.
It doesn't have to be 8 p.m. I just threw that in there.
Having a time that you're like, I am done for the day.
Yep. Ideally, it's like an hour before you go to bed. So that could be different for everybody, but I don't know why I threw 8 p.m. in there. But
I will say my phone does go to grayscale at 8 p.m. And I think that's helpful.
Yeah, that is helpful for
and
sure.
And then I always have my phone set to, what do they call that? I think mine calls it like sunlight mode. I don't know. But it changes the screen to like blue light blocker.
Oh, yeah. It like changes it to red
sundown,
or whatever.
Yeah, at sundown.
Yeah.
It's not quite as red as I would like. My computer, you can almost not see because it's so red.
Yeah.
But if nothing else, if that annoys you, it helps you get off the computer.
Yeah, you're less likely to sit and scroll because everything looks red or gray or whatever. Yeah. And you're like, oh, this is no fun.
I just saw somebody who did that with their TV. They like turned the colors down in on their TV for like their kids, like not to grayscale, but they just weren't so like Disney bright.
Yeah.
And it did two things. One, it like made it less of a dopamine hit for their kids. So it wasn't like, oh, we got to watch the TV. We're addicted now. And two, it kind of gave it that like classic Disney feel, which was kind of fun too. Yeah. So like that now you're watching nice. Tangled as like 101 Dalmatians type of animation.
That's fun.
I know, that is kind of fun. I was like,
So the next thing you can do is prioritize sleep. And this is like another free thing you can do that will probably change your life. And not just changing the quantity of your sleep, but the quality of your sleep. So making sure your room is cool and dark, and like distraction free, so no screens.
I was going to say that probably goes hand in hand with turning your phone off.
Yes. Even you might be someone who needs a little bit of a bedtime snack to sleep well. So all those things, prioritizing the sleep can really be super helpful.
Also, if you're able, the hours before midnight, I don't know. Yes. I don't know the exact science on this, but they count way more than just being like, I'm going to prioritize sleep, and then you sleep until 10. It's not the same.
Yes. It's something I think to have to do with the circadian rhythm. It all makes sense if you ask me.
Yeah.
Like the earth knows what time it is. And so therefore your body knows what time it is.
That's beautiful.
I don't think it actually made that much sense. It made more sense in my head.
There's new merch coming. Hang on. Practicing gratitude, I think, can take you really far. Maybe it should have been at the top of our list.
Absolutely.
Probably going hand in hand with, rethinking how you feel about stress, which, spoiler, we have an episode coming down the line about that. I am too. I think I'm going to be challenged, and I think it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's very challenging.
But being grateful for the things you have, where you're at in life. We've talked about this before, praying over your food. It changes the chemistry of your brain.
Yes, 100%.
It makes me want to sing them. Do you know the Madame Blueberry song?
No.
Oh, okay.
I did not grow up on very much VeggieTales.
How are we friends?
I don't know.
Oh, man.
You married my brother. That's probably how. Well, we were friends first, but anyway.
We don't need to get into the weeds with that because we will argue about it. I love that I kind of made this second list and we both had take a walk on there. So in case you're wondering, that's
taking
really
a walk
important.
Is really important.
Yes, we both think that's super important. But I did want to circle back to food because I think building a plate, even if you can't, make your own bone broth and grind your own grain, like do all these things that I think are amazing, you can still build a plate. You can still have a balanced plate where you're prioritizing protein, but you're not skipping the carbs. You have a nice serving of fat so that you're able to digest all of these good vitamins and minerals that you're encountering in these foods. Don't be afraid of food.
Yes, I 100% back that as a nutritional therapy practitioner. Eating is better than not eating.
Yep.
And if you can afford in your brain to even pay attention a little bit to just making sure you have all the macros, not counting macros, just making sure you have them all.
Yep.
Then you will go far.
Also, I'm going to plug your place of work a little bit here. Even if you don't have the time, maybe you are a crazy busy business person, which why are you listening to this? I don't know. But maybe
welcome, but
welcome to the hot mess. Maybe you truly do not have time to cook. Maybe you're at the office from sun up to sundown. Like maybe that is truly where you're at. Look around your area for places that are cooking real food. Even if it's not labeled as organic, even if it's not labeled as I want to say vegan, but don't look for vegan food. You know what I mean? Even if it doesn't have all those labels. So Kayla works at this place called Your Daily Serving in Corey, Pennsylvania. And it's
made
just
from scratch
homemade food.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not processed. It's just real food.
Yep.
And I think that's so cool. And they're offering, grab and go or deliveries to people who are like shut-ins or busy business people or like people
can't
who
get
truly,
away from work for lunch. Like,
and I think
we bring them food.
I love that. And I think the market is there for more places like that in other cities.
Yep.
And finally, look for minerals. Minerals are super important to your bodily functions, all of them, every single one. Listen to any of our Body Basics episode from season 1.
Yeah.
Listen to pretty much any episode from last year, and you will hear us talk about minerals again and again. Super easy ways to find minerals: whole foods, homemade foods, spring water. You could get, if you're, you feel like you're struggling in a department, you could get mineral drops or electrolyte powders or things like that to kind of help fill in those gaps. Orange juice and coconut water with salt in it. Now you have an adrenal cocktail. Now you've got like a powerful mineral bomb. Like there's so many options. So even if you're having trouble, hitting all your markers, so to speak, like look for where you are getting minerals and how you can kind of increase that again. Stop being so afraid of, quote, drinking your calories.
Yeah.
And have some fruit juice. Like there's lots of options.
Yeah, you don't have to drink a gigantic glass of it.
No.
Like even just 4 to 8 ounces of orange juice is...
There's a reason why juice glasses are so cute.
Yes. Yep. And it's not going to tank your blood sugar, especially if you drink it with a meal.
With a meal. Yep. It could be part of what your building your plate looks like.
Yep. Well, we hope that was a helpful overview of like the back to the basics. We hope it was not overwhelming and that you could just take what you need and you can leave the rest, and you can revisit this at some point and say like, I feel like I have capacity to add one more thing, or I can't remember what they said about what's important for me. Like just revisit this episode and let it be a reminder that health does not have to be hard. You don't have to be doing all the things, and your life does not have to be run by your health. Health is supposed to just be something we don't even really think about. And I know some of us aren't in that spot yet, and that's okay. But we want this to be kind of a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, for sure. This is one I think I'm going to listen to again, honestly, as a good reminder.
Yeah.
And I think this would be a good one to share if you have people who are like wellness curious and like, oh, I thought about doing this juice cleanse, or I thought about, hopping on keto or something.
I really
it's like,
should
actually,
cut out salt. Please don't.
Oh gosh, don't do that. But it's like before you start, making these major decisions, just have a listen to this, see what you think.
Yeah.
So Kayla, what's good this week?
I'm going to steal yours.
We can talk about it
I
together.
said we can share it.
Yep. We were both there. I think we can
yes.
share it.
Yeah, I saw yours and I was like, well, that should be mine too. We had a soup night with friends.
Yeah.
And it was delightful.
It was delightful.
And life-giving.
Relaxing.
Very relaxing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So one friend opened up her home. She's like, I swept my floors and that's it. And we're like, cool. That's perfect.
Yep.
And she made a big old pot of soup. I'm really jealous of her pot. It's beautiful. You should have cheesemaker friends. It really does help.
Yeah, she has a 5-gallon cheese pot.
It's beautiful. It is a work of art. But she made this awesome soup. And you brought bread.
Yep, fresh
which
bread
was
and
gone. Everybody.
homemade butter.
And homemade butter from your cows,
Yeah.
because who are we? And then I made the most unhealthy dessert you've ever seen in your life because balance.
They were delicious though.
It was good. And you made decaf coffee because it was evening and we're old. And what else did we have? There's milk for the kids from your farm, and just everybody contributed, but in a really, what I felt was a really relaxed way.
Yeah, we all just kind of showed up and ate and hung
We set
out.
the kids loose in the yard. They all, like the older kids really helped like play with the younger kids. It was a beautiful thing to see. And we had a fire that the dog kept trying to catch her tail on fire in, so that it wasn't super relaxing. Don't worry.
We're all a little worried about some of the toddlers.
Mildly, but we all survived. Nobody caught on fire. And it's just easy.
Yeah.
Like when you have a good group of friends.
You didn't have to worry about who was talking to who and like making sure someone got to talk to, it just everyone can talk with everyone.
Yeah.
And the husbands are the same way.
I feel that
which
way
is a relief because sometimes it's like, when a bunch of girls are friends and then their husbands just don't know what to say to each other. Yes. That wasn't the case.
No, it wasn't. And I will say, even though I feel we've all always had a like good friendship, it didn't start out that easy. Like that's kind of, it takes time to be that comfortable around people. So I would encourage you guys to have a soup night with your friends. And if it doesn't feel that easy, it's okay. Like keep trying. Yeah. Because now
the more you do it, the easier it gets.
Because now it's more like family getting together where it's like, yeah, I know you've got dust there. Like it doesn't bother me. It's like, whatever. Yeah. So it sounds like we're going to try to do one. That's kind of our winter thing that we do. So we're probably going to go to my house next time. And hopefully have a fire and I'll make soup and you can bring bread and do all the things.
We'll rotate again.
I know. I love it. So big fan. That's definitely what's good this week.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to the Good Enough Wellness Podcast.
To learn more about my one-on-one packages, join my mailing list and follow me on Instagram at Kayla King Wellness.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Good Enough Wellness Podcast feed wherever you listen to podcasts. You don't want to miss an episode.
Follow us on Instagram at Good Enough Wellness Podcast to learn about upcoming episodes and join our free Patreon to interact with the Good Enough community.
The Good Enough Wellness Podcast, because good enough can be good enough.
Well, that's good enough for me.
Me too.